Hello and welcome back, scholars. I know that there's a glare right here, trying to avoid that. All right, so our learning target for today is I can subtract two 3-digit numbers using concrete materials or drawings. And here is our word problem. Johnny had 623 baseball cards. He gave 278 cards to his friend Jackie. How many cards does Johnny have left? So let's look at some of the key words and key numbers. We have gave. When you give something to someone, do you still have it if you give it away? For instance, if you had 5 cookies and you gave one to Tony, do you still have 5 cookies if you gave one away? No, you have less than 5. You have 4 because you gave one away. So when you give something away, you no longer have it. Also, we have the word have left. How many does he have left? That means what is remaining. So in both cases, we are seeing that there's subtraction that is happening. So in word problems, almost always you're going to have keywords that will help you know whether you should add or subtract or maybe possibly do one or the other. But look for those keywords so you know what operation is involved. We also have key numbers, 623 and 278. We can tell that 623 is the total number. That's how many baseball cards he had, and this is how many he gave away. Now we're trying to determine how much is left. So we know automatically this number is going to be smaller than this number. So if your answer is 856, then you know it is not correct because this tells you it's going to be a smaller number. So here is what 623 looks like. 6 hundreds, 2 tens, and 3 ones. We're going to subtract 278. Looking at the ones place, we're going to subtract 8. How are we going to do that? Yes, that's right. We are going to go over to the tens place, and we are going to take a 10 and rename it into 10 ones. 1. We're going to put it in rows of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then another row of 5. Okay. And since we renamed it into 10 ones, we no longer have it as a 10, but instead it has been decomposed into 10 ones. All right. And remember, we are to subtract 8 from those numbers. Now we have enough to subtract. So let's subtract 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can see that's a 2-part process. All right, so let's move into the ones place. We need to subtract 7. We didn't have 7 to start with. So we are going to go over to the hundreds place. We're going to take 100 and decompose it. There are 10 tens in 100. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens, and then the row below it, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tens, because we know that when we decompose 100, we break it apart into 10 tenths. The value of 100 is equal to 10 tenths. All right, so now we're going to subtract 7 tenths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, and then finally, we are to subtract 2 hundredths. Okay, so let's go ahead and subtract 2 hundredths. 1 and 2. So let's see what is remaining. How much does he have left? We see we have 3 hundredths. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 tenths, and 5 ones. Look at that pattern, 3, 4, 5. 345. So now we know that 623 minus 278 equals 345. We look forward to seeing you subtract two 3-digit numbers using concrete materials or drawings.